I've decided to move into another direction.
That's how you feel. I gotta respect it.
And that's all you have to say. If that's how I feel, I'm gonna respect it.
You seem like
you sent your one-liner. If that's all you have to say, let's go and let's just let it go. You ain't trying to fight for nothing.
You seem like you've already made your
decision. It ain't about me already making a decision. You don't have a rebuttal to nothing that I'm saying. You already made your decision. I wanted you to say something. Then you're not saying it. It's not time to listen. It's time to talk. All of the things you say, you want to be there. You're here for me. You're all about the future and everything. You didn't even fight for a second.
You know what? Or
that is woman shit if I've ever seen it.
Let's hear from the ladies first. I want the ladies' opinion. Ladies, what do you guys think about that?
She's delusional. How do you tell somebody you're done?
I want to let me.
Have y'all ever had a man fight for y'all like that?
He didn't even fight. What you mean fight like that?
No. Not like that, but just in a general sense. Have y'all ever had a man
Like,
fight?
don't leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And then but I wouldn't. If I'm telling him I want to go in a different direction, then that means I'm telling him I don't want to deal with him. No, I wouldn't expect them to be like, "Oh, please stay."
Y'all don't think that men?
But we do.
But y'all don't think that men a lot of time? Yeah. Okay, let me revise that. Do y'all think that? Do y'all play that game? Is that a normal thing amongst women in a general sense?
I think that might be norm. Playing those little manipulative, emotional games, it's like a reverse psychology. They'll tell men one thing but mean another. Like, why play them games? Like,
yeah, I don't think I've ever met a woman that didn't play that game.
The meetup chick, when she decided that we didn't need to talk no more, I got like a text message this long, and then I responded.
Which one?
The black one. The black one.
Gotcha.
And I responded K.
well, that's rude. Hell no. Hell no. Wait a minute.
The next morning, she was like, "Do you even like me?"
Yeah, I don't think that I've ever met a woman that didn't do that. But I mean, that applies even in business, though, right? Like, whether it be business or whether it be relationships or whatever, I just think that that's the sentiment of women. I think that women want to feel needed, and that's I think that that's normal. I don't think it's delusional. I think it's normal because most women. That's the thing that a lot of guys don't understand is that women need to be given assignments. They need to be given purpose. And that's another reason why it's bad for women to just sit at home or want to just retire or just live the soft life a lot of times, because if they don't have no purpose, then a lot of times they then become the worst version of themselves. You got to give women purpose. You got to give them something to do. You got to give them assignments. You got to utilize them. Otherwise, they don't really feel valued. And so people a lot of times say that that's the wrong way. And so they do the opposite and they pedestalize women. But I think that a lot of times women need to be given purpose, and if they're not given purpose, then they're outside of their purpose. But I'm gonna let y'all cook, and I'm gonna come back to that.
Somebody got to Who got the cartoon in the back? I can't even mute. Oh, 615 guy. I hear your little kitty music in the back. Put the babies away. Honestly, I hear what you're saying, Anton, but what she did, I don't think that was a grown woman way to go about it. If she wanted to have the conversation with the man, she could have just said that. Like, for her to say, I want you to say something, I want you to, why should the man be chasing her? You just basically said you want to end it. Like,
that's why I think he shouldn't have fought for her. She wanted to end it, and basically telling somebody you want to move in a different direction. What more is there to say after that? Okay.
Okay, bye.
I agree. I think that you should leave her for the streets. I'm not saying that he should have fought for her.
I think if she wanted to see him fight, there's probably a different way she could have broached the conversation other than saying, I want to go in a different direction. Like, hey, this ain't working for me. Like, hey, maybe you fix this. This bothers me. You know, the feel stuff that everybody say when they have conversations.
Anytime a woman tells you she want to go in another direction, let her be.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that you don't want as a man, just as a human being, I don't think anybody wants to feel as though like they the second nature. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They second fiddle or whatever like that. Like, you don't want to feel like I don't want somebody to tell me that they love me just because I told them to say you love me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be there for the right reasons. So if she said that she want to move in a different direction, you got to let that hoe go. But in a general sense, I think that all women kind of move and got that same sentiment, and that they feel like they want to be fought for, or they want to feel as though you need them. I just think that that's a normal woman thing.
I mean, go ahead, Aaron.
I think all women, you know, they react and they act within their emotions. So as guys, we know that. So if a woman says I don't want to be with you, or not to that extent, but if they say something outlandish, you know, you kind of gotta turn the other cheek as a guy, because tomorrow they're gonna feel a completely different way. I mean, that's just how women are. We know that it's a woman. She's acting just like a woman in this video. I mean, that's what they do. Absolutely.
No, because why would you say something like it's over? Because there's about like 85% chance that the guy will say, okay, it's over, it's fine. And then she just shot herself in the foot. Why?
To that extent, not to the it's over extent, but the fight for me. I want you to fight for me. Like she's reacting to her emotion. If us as guys respond to her within our emotion, we're just like women. I mean, that's why we're different.
Yeah, but the problem is that you're enabling bad behavior, and you're never gonna get her down like that. Once you allow for that bad behavior, you then just become a doormat, bro.
She's gonna keep on doing it. Once you allow it, a woman is gonna abuse it and keep doing it. Like,
I don't think you allow it per se. If she says it, you just have to understand how women are and their nature. And I guess it's up to you to determine how long you're willing to put up with it. So I guess in a sense it is allowing it. But
why put yourself through so much stress though?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Why put yourself through so much stress? If you see someone like a woman has that tendency of throwing ultimatums and just like, oh, I'm gonna leave. Like, why? Like, that's stress nobody needs. And who does that?
That's emotional manipulation.
Yeah, not to the extent of I'm going to leave. I don't believe in emotional manipulation within guys. But that's a whole nother story. But not to the extent.
Mute in between y'all talking.
That 615 guy breathing heavy. That's your mic. Those mic pick up everything.
Yeah, just mute in between y'all talking. Everybody mute when they not talking.
That nigga got 150 beats per minute.
Go ahead. What was you saying, AI?
I was saying not to the extent of the I'm going to leave, because you know that can get annoying, but to the extent of women saying things within the moment. We know that's what women do. So why we act like, I mean, that video, we're not, that's not nothing new or that some women don't do. I mean, most women probably act that way. We all know women that act that way.
I don't think that I know a woman that act. Listen, I know the sentiment of a woman. So the idea is that, you know, they want to be needed, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that as a man you're supposed to enable the bad behavior. You got to hold her accountable, because, bro, listen, I hate to say it like this, but it's just absolutely true. Every woman needs to be trained. Every single woman has to be trained. So when you then allow for her to operate like that, what you basically doing is training her to be disrespectful, out of control. And so what they do is they'll push the boundary and push the envelope, even to the point to where they may even do something that's outside of you, because they know that you're still gonna be there and you're gonna be simping out for it. All this simp behavior, all y'all doing is enabling bad behavior. Y'all giving her your power. From the very beginning, you have to nip it in the bud, and you have to help her to understand that there's consequences for her actions. It's not that I need to ignore it and turn the other cheek. Being a man is addressing it directly and helping her to understand it. You can't just move like that in my presence. Who you think you're talking to? Because she gonna try the thing that she tried with the dude that was before you and the dude that was before you. And the minute that you don't nip it in the bud, because see, she actually needs that masculinity. She needs to be controlled. She needs to be held accountable. Even if you have to let her go, she gonna respect you later on. Not that I'm ever gonna let her come back, but she gonna respect you and she gonna respect your authority, because she ain't never experienced nothing like that unless she had a father in her life. She ain't had a guy to hold her accountable. And so if you're not treating her in the way that her father treated her, then at some point she gonna disrespect you. So I'm not turning the other cheek. I'm gonna address it directly, and I'm not gonna get out of control. We're not gonna argue about it. I'm not gonna go back and forth. But me addressing it directly is me not following you out, trying to help you to understand why you should stay or anything like that. I'm never doing that. I'm never asking a chick to stay.
Because she might not see it as disrespect because she's done it so many times before.